Imagine looking up at the night sky and realizing something's wrong. The constellations you've known since childhood look different. The stars aren't shining as brightly, and over centuries they begin to fade. The galaxies that once floated apart like dandelion seeds are now drifting back together. Space itself, the invisible fabric that holds the cosmos, feels like it's tightening. Scientists have a name for this haunting scenario, the Big Crunch. To understand it, we need to rewind the clock all the way back to the Big Bang. 13.8 billion years ago, the universe exploded into existence from a singularity, a point smaller than a grain of sand, infinitely hot and dense. Space, time, matter, and energy all came into being in that instant, and from that moment the universe began expanding in all directions, a cosmic balloon inflating faster and faster. This acceleration is driven by a mysterious force scientists call dark energy, which makes up nearly 70% of the universe. But what if dark energy isn't forever? Some theories suggest it could weaken over time. If that happens, gravity, the same force that holds planets in orbit and binds galaxies together, could begin to pull everything inward. Expansion would stop, and then reverse. The universe would start to shrink. Galaxies would collide in cataclysmic fireworks. Black holes would merge into even larger monsters, and radiation would heat up until space itself becomes unbearable. In its final seconds, every atom, every star, every planet would be crushed back into a single point, the end of time and space as we know it. And here's where curiosity deepens. Over 1,400 years ago, the Quran painted a picture of the end of the heavens in words that, while not scientific, carry an eerily familiar imagery. In Surah Al-Anbiya 21-104, Allah says, "The day when we will roll up the heavens like a scroll rolled up for books." A vision of the cosmos folding in on itself. In Surah At-Takwir 81:1-2, when the sun is wrapped up in darkness, and when the stars fall. A scene where the familiar lights of the sky vanish, and in Surah Al-Infitar 82:1, when the sky breaks apart and when the stars fall, scattering. For centuries, Islamic scholars understood these verses as signs of Qiyamah, the day of resurrection. They spoke of the heavens collapsing, the earth being overturned, and the cosmic order shattering. Modern physics, though from a completely different foundation, describes scenarios that echo this, not as prophecy, but as a possible fate written into the laws of nature itself. What's fascinating is that Islamic history holds a tradition of deep astronomical observation. Scholars like al-Biruni and Ibn al-Haytham studied the heavens meticulously, believing that the study of the cosmos brought them closer to understanding the Creator's power. The Quran repeatedly invites reflection on the heavens, not just as a spiritual metaphor, but as a physical reality worth contemplating. Do they not look at the sky above them, how we have built it and adorned it, and there are no flaws in it? 52:6. Science today gives us three main possibilities for how the universe might end. The Big Freeze, where the expansion continues forever until all stars burn out and space grows cold and dark. The Big Rip, where expansion accelerates so much that galaxies, stars, planets, and even atoms are torn apart. The Big Crunch, the Great Reversal, where the universe collapses back into a singularity. We don't yet know which fate awaits us. The data from cosmic background radiation, galaxy motion, and dark energy studies currently suggest expansion is speeding up, which leans toward the Big Freeze or Big Rip. But if dark energy's behavior changes, the Big Crunch is still possible. For a believer, the exact scientific mechanism is secondary to the reminder it brings. Nothing in creation lasts forever. The Quran tells us in Surah Al-Qasas 28-88, everything will perish except His face. His is the judgment, and to Him you will be returned. Whether the universe ends in a slow freeze, a violent trip, or a crushing collapse, the lesson is the same. The cosmos is temporary. Science tells us the how. Faith tells us the why, and when that final moment comes, whether billions of years from now or in a way only God knows, the stars will vanish, the galaxies will fall silent, and only the one who began it all will remain. So perhaps the question isn't when will the universe end, but what will we do with the time we have before it does?